Hey, do you want to take your photos from this to this? I've got you. Welcome to my channel. This technique is called dodging and burning, used by professionals to retouch their photos. But what is even dodge and burn, and why should you use it? Dodge and burn is a retouching technique used to enhance photos by making the light areas even lighter and the dark areas even darker. But still, why should you use it? Well, dodging and burning takes your photos to the next level, making them pop with more contrast, and it makes them more catchy to the eye. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do it. But before we start, if you are a YouTuber looking to improve your CTR, I can help you by creating a professional thumbnail for you. You will find the link in the first comment in the description. Now let's get started. First, we need to discuss what parts of the face should be dodged and which parts should be burned. Remember, dodging is for lightening and burning is for darkening. The parts you should dodge are the forehead, the front and the tip of the nose, the cheeks, the scalp, the teeth, and any edges you find, like the edges of the ear. And the areas you should burn are the hair, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, the wrinkles, the sides of the nose, the inside of the ear, and finally, the beard or the lower third. So how can you do it? I believe there are 3 ways to dodge and burn. The first is the classic way, by using gray overlays. The second is using regular layers with a specific blend mode called soft light. The third, and the best in my opinion, is by using curves adjustment layers. Now, enough talking, let's execute. First, the gray overlay. I'll leave this PNG photo in the first comment. Let's make a group and name it whatever you like. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus N to create a new layer. Click on the mode and choose overlay. Check fill with 50% gray. Let's rename the layer to burn. Now, duplicate it by pressing Ctrl plus J. Name the new layer dodge. Select the burn layer, go to tools, and choose the burn tool. Make sure the exposure is low, 10% is good. Now let's darken the eyebrows. Moving on to the beard or the lower third. Don't forget to clip the layers by pressing Alt and clicking between the 2 layers. Then we'll darken the wrinkles. Then the inside of the ears. Finally, the sides of the nose. If you ever feel like you've overdone it, you can use the eraser tool with a low flow to erase the extras. Now let's move to the dodging. Select the dodge layer and choose the dodge tool with the same exposure. Let's start with the front and the tip of the nose. Moving on to the cheeks. Then the forehead. Then the scalp. And now, here's the before and here's the after. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to leave a like. The second method, using regular layers. Start by creating a new group to stay organized. Next, make a new layer. And don't forget to clip it to your image by holding Alt and clicking between the 2 layers. Now, change the blend mode of that layer to soft light. Select the brush tool by pressing B. Then press D to reset your foreground and background colors to black and white. Here's what you need to remember. To burn, darken, use black. To dodge, brighten, use white. Since we're starting with burning, make sure black is selected. Lower your brush flow to around 2% for smooth and gradual blending. Choose a soft round brush, and just like before, begin painting over the areas you want to darken, eyebrows, beard, wrinkles, sides of the nose, etc. Now it's time for dodging. Press X to switch your foreground color to white. This lets you start dodging right away. Keep the same brush and flow, and begin lightening areas like the forehead, cheeks, and tip of the nose. Take your time. Subtle strokes will give you the most natural results. Now the final method, and the most dynamic one, using curves adjustment layers. Start by creating a new group. Click the adjustment layers icon and choose curves. For the burn layer, create a point in the middle of the curve and drag it down to darken the image. Then, create another curves adjustment layer for dodging. This time, make a point and drag it up to brighten. Now, select the layer masks of both adjustment layers and press Ctrl+I to invert them. This hides the effects. Press B to select the brush tool. Make sure you've selected the mask, and white is your foreground color. You can switch between black and white quickly by pressing X. Set your flow to 2% and start painting gently. Now let's repeat the same process for the dodge layer. To take this even further, right-click the layer and choose Blending Options. Hold Alt to split the underlying layer slider and drag both parts slightly to the right. What this does is remove the dodge effect from the dark areas, making the result look more natural. Now, do the same for the burn layer, but this time, drag the slider to the left so it doesn't affect the light areas. By the way, you can also apply this blending trick to the previous two methods. And now, here's the before and here's the after. As you can see, it's a big difference. If you want me to make a full tutorial on my complete face retouching method, drop a comment below. And don't forget to check out my Fiverr profile. You'll find the link in the first comment.